Welcome to the Ref Room, hockey talk for referees, coaches, players, and fans.
Broadcasting live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
With your hosts, Scott Smokin, Silz, and Brad Baumruck.
Live.
The Ref Room starts right now.
And now your host.
It is Wednesday. It is the 1-year anniversary of the Ref Room. Who would have thought we would be doing this a year later? Brad gave us 3 weeks.
Not
that
me,
means he's
6
had
weeks.
the chance to eat 52 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, okay?
No. We missed a week because your internet wasn't working.
That's
We
true.
took a week off.
That's true. But it's
Well, I
still a
think we
year.
took 2
It
weeks
is
off.
the 1-year anniversary, okay? So either way, you
Yeah.
only got 50 peanut butter and
Well,
jelly sandwiches. But
We started on the 6th, didn't we? I think.
yeah. So
Wow.
we are at a year. Hard to believe. The 3-week pandemic is gone. All right, we have a very special guest that's going to join us today. We have our referee-in-chief, Mr. Eric Kousel. He will be joining us. I think we've got him in the green room now, and everybody's...
Well, the good thing is,
it's Wednesday.
the show is live.
Yeah,
and,
so
and
you know,
Scott's doorbell's going off.
my doorbell.
He's
I
gotta
got to
get
go
packages.
answer this, so I'm going to put Brad on solo. So, Brad, let's see what you got. You talk for a minute.
All right, so the good thing is, while Scott's gone, we're going to talk about him. So, anyways, what's going on is I don't understand the NHL playoffs right now and how the Montreal Canadiens are down by 3 games. Like, talk about choke style. I'm shocked, but it's just going on there. But we're gonna have Mr. Kousel on here. What does everybody think? Anybody on that's got anything to say about Montreal? And I don't know what they're doing, but you know the Bolts are good. I'll admit that. John Cooper, great guy, great coach. When I was working, lower levels of hockey, he was out there. So, anywho, but we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a talk today about face-off positions. Well, face-off locations, not positions. And that's about it today. And what else? So, well, bad thing is Scott's gone. So, ooh, I like that, Eric. That's a good comment. Too bad Scott's not here to throw it up there. But yes, Montreal did win their last cup when Tampa Bay had their first season, which was 1993, 94, somewhere in there. But Tampa's won it twice since then. So that's kind of interesting. There was a great little social media thing online. And it was Tampa and Montreal going back and forth about who's going to win the cup. And I believe Montreal said that the last time that they won, most of their cups were on Social Security. So that was kind of interesting. All right. So, Johnny, bad thing is, Scott, we got to figure out how I can put up comments. But last time Montreal made it this far.
Yeah, you can't put up comments, but I'm back. So how did that go for
No,
you?
it sucks. No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's a little different.
No, it's cool. I just can't believe that John's right. That Montreal may have spent their load over there playing Vegas in 7 games.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I really don't think anybody expected Montreal to be in the finals. I mean, they've only seen one American team all season. That was Vegas. It's a great win for them. Not going to shortchange that. But the fact of the matter is, they have not seen good teams all year. Okay, the best they saw was the Maple Leafs. So
I was trying to get Bob on here again.
Yeah, Bob will tell it like it is.
Bob is hilarious. I love the guy.
He cracks me up. So we've got that going on. Big news. I mean, we had an NHL goalie pass away. Tragic accident over the 4th of July holiday. The goalie from Columbus Blue Jackets. And I don't know if you guys have been following this story, but, talking to a few people, the story seems to have changed a little bit. I mean, there's an investigation now. Not that there's anything that was like, talking to a few people. Now I'm hearing something back. You got your earphones out of your ears or what?
Nope. No,
that was kind of weird. I bet that's our guest. Probably our guest is.
No. That was me. I was putting the link.
Okay. But anyway, so initially they said he was in the hot tub. Now he's at a party at Manny Legacy, the former, I believe, Detroit goaltender. He's the goaltender coach. And he's at a party, and they claim that he hit his head coming out of the hot tub. But since the story has changed, apparently he was hit with an impact in the chest. One of the fireworks went off that must have either tipped or fell over, and it was like a shotgun blast. So, I mean, what a tragic accident. I mean, it's so sad. But I'm sure we're going to end up hearing more about that because the story has changed a couple of times, which is kind of sad that sad that it happened in the first place. I mean,
well,
I don't know about you. I'm in the city, and the fireworks go nonstop. My dog hates it. Frankie. Everybody knows Frankie. She hates it. I mean, she does not like the fireworks. So for all you guys out there that want to blow your M80s off, if you like dogs, stop it. It's that simple. So
bad thing is I like dogs and fireworks.
Yeah, well.
Well, we had some very inconsiderate people show up into our neighborhood park on the 4th, and they lit off more stuff than I've seen in a long time. But
probably my neighbors. My neighbors probably went down there because it's nonstop here. I mean, it goes for hours and hours and hours till the wee hours of the morning.
Well, did they leave it littered?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I can go in my backyard, and it's all over in my backyard. It's all over in the alley. It's all over everywhere. I mean.
Well, no. I'm talking about the actual casings that they shoot it out of.
That's what I'm talking about, too. They don't clean up. Are you kidding me?
Well, how's it in your backyard?
They blow in. I got a fence, but
that's like the shell.
The stuff goes up, it comes down, it lands in the backyard. There's stuff everywhere. I mean,
it's the shell. It's nothing.
Looks like a ticker tape parade back there. It's not that bad. It's always
bad. Well, our park was bad, and it was not people of our community. We're not, because like when you drive through and there's 100 people there, you'd think you'd notice one person that you would know.
No.
Didn't know anybody. So I was like, I don't think they're from our community.
I've lived here for 26 years. I don't know anybody. I know my next door neighbor. That's it.
On one side or both sides?
No, I know a few more than that. We got apartments around here too, so people are in and out. So it is what it is.
Well, I did not hear about Game 5 being maybe postponed. That's in the comments there.
What was that all about? Let's put that up. Yeah, so we do have a couple comments. Let's see. Last time they won a Stanley Cup was Tampa's first year. I saw that on Facebook. Yeah, they said they'd be on Social Security now trying to collect from the previous cups.
That's new. Yeah, I saw.
Yep. John says, shocked Montreal made it this far. They spent a lot of time beating Vegas. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, it was a tough series. But again, I'm going to go back and say I don't think they've seen the best teams all year long because they played interdivision basically just up in Canada. So I think it's not a surprise. Maybe it's a surprise that they're even in the finals. And now they find themselves down 3-1 Now, it's not impossible. Montreal knows how to win championships. Been a long time, but they do know how to win championships. They have the best goalie in hockey right now. Carey Price is hot. Can he stand on his head? What's
I'm
that?
going to say this. I watched the game the other day. Was that Friday? It was Friday. And the two goals that were scored on him, he's screened by his own defenseman. No offense, what are you doing? You got the hottest goalie in the NHL.
Yeah,
and a guy shooting
get out of the way. I was a
80
goalie.
Feet away.
That's the worst thing you can do to your goalie. He is in the business of saving shots, okay? So guess what? Just let him do his job. Stay out of the way. Yeah, they appreciate a block every now and then, especially in the high slot where it's a little tougher for them. But what's this that John says he heard it was already postponed? What are they postponing?
I'm looking.
Because I was just on NHL News before we started the show, and I didn't see anything up there talking about that. So, John, you want to elaborate on that, or do you have a link to a story or something that you can share with us? Because I don't know what the deal is on that.
You know where I'm going.
He learned from Brad Baumruck. Okay, so this is how rumors start. Yeah, that's the comment that came up. See, so he's just starting trouble.
You know what?
Right?
Love you, John.
Yeah. Okay.
He's probably going to call me later today.
Montreal's probably wishing it's postponed so that they, don't have to face the inevitable, which is tea times starting tomorrow.
I don't see anything on NHL.com.
Yeah. He said, give me a sec. So maybe he does have something. Let's see. John, if you have something, share it. We'd love to see it. We love to break these kinds of stories. So we've got lots of other stuff going on. Actually, for not being busy, it's still busy. So, we still have hockey. This is probably the last week of NHL hockey. I don't think it's going to go past this week. So
I don't think it's going to go past today.
And I want to throw this out there. So, they've been talking a lot the last few days about the top draft pick prospect coming in. And it's this Owen Power, I guess, that was on Team Canada. He's supposed to be the top prospect, and he's a defenseman. Supposedly, he's talking to Buffalo. Buffalo's probably got the best chance of getting him, I'm guessing. Now, what if we had a situation where the Hawks are deciding maybe they'd like to rebuild, which has been talked about? Who do they have to deal? Kane or Buffalo? If Buffalo got this guy, Power, could they make a deal to get Kaner? Or could they make some sort of thing happen where they kind of get in the mix here, possibly make the playoffs with some good players? Do the Hawks get a rebuild out of this? Taves is supposed to be coming back now. He says he's coming back. Do
you think that's going to be a straight trade? I mean, I just don't see that being a straight trade.
No, it wouldn't be a straight trade. I can't imagine that they would get rid of the top prospect for Kane. I think what it would be is they would have to give up some people, a number of people that would help the Hawks rebuild. I mean, I don't think they're going to give up the number one draft pick for Kane. And is that a good deal? I don't know. Is that a good deal? What do you guys think? Would you take the number one overall draft pick for Kane right now?
Well,
Kane's been too valuable to the team. I mean, I think he's worth a number of players and a number of players that could help really rebuild the Blackhawks.
Well, wasn't one point Fleury on the table for Kane about 6 or 7 years ago? I see now on ESPN with Tropical Storm Elsa, which, by the way,
because of the storm. Here we go.
If you have little kids, and
zero chance postponed.
Elsa,
yeah, it's not going to be postponed.
Yeah. No, they're gonna probably play this game even if the building falls down.
If the post office can deliver rain or shine, which they don't, then hockey's going to play. If the building is standing, there's going to be hockey. The tickets are sold, the TV is booked. They're going to get it done. So I'm confident that we will have our game. So that's kind of the deal there. So little chance of that happening.
All right.
So what do you think of the rebuild before we bring our referee in chief on to talk about some of the new rules?
I think it's time. I don't foresee us sitting here trying to eke out another season. So it's a difficult sport to build a team in now, especially consistently.
Yeah.
Tampa is on the verge of winning 2 in a row, and I think the last team that did that was Pittsburgh.
Probably.
Like in the early 2000s.
And what did the Hawks get?
I'm not
The Hawks got
sure.
what, 3 in, is it 6 years? Don't quote me on that, but I think it was something like that. I mean, they
10,
were pretty
13,
amazing.
15.
I mean, I still say we're still paying for that. We had a dynasty here, and it's a great team. We had a great team. They still have some great parts. I mean, they'll get it together. Just need to free up some of that salary cap, and I have confidence that they want to win again.
Well,
they've got too much invested here. Think about that.
one of the bad parts is that Pat Foley's not going to be on anymore.
Really?
That's going to
When did that happen?
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that. Tell me about it.
They announced that it's going to be that's his last year next year. So
Next year's his last season. So.
I believe so. So that blows. Like that's the guy I've known since I was a kid, except for those few years that him and Bill Wirtz didn't get along, and then he was the Wolves announcer, which was interesting.
He was a big part of the Blackhawks in the rebuild when they got Campbell. Brian Campbell was the top available player, and they way overpaid to get him to show that they were serious about wanting to rebuild and get things going here. So they brought Campbell in, and Pat Foley was a part of that, bringing back like what people wanted, giving the people what they wanted, which was a very smart move. I mean, what do? You listen to your fans, and they did.
Well,
they did a great job.
Why
and
they
rebuilt everything, and it's amazing.
Yeah, they brought back Dennis Savard at that time. They brought back Bobby Hull.
Stan Mikita.
Mikita was still doing stuff for him, but he wasn't as involved. Unfortunately, he's passed since then. But Esposito had been around, but they made Esposito a bigger figurehead. So,
but there are some people that were questionably missing. I think Roenick was a big part of Chicago, but I don't know that he'll ever come back here. I think he's going to go out as a Shark, wouldn't you say? That's
Shark. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, even
I
though
was
he played
hoping
for
he would
Phoenix
return.
all those years.
I would hope he was going to return to the broadcast booth. I mean, but the cancel culture has canceled him for a comment that they didn't appreciate.
Well, have you watched any of his podcasts?
No, I haven't.
It's kind of interesting. I've met him a couple times. His kid played when I was a kid at Seven Bridges. Okay. And he's a nice guy, and he would stand there and sign stuff. And he used to come up to the radio station from time to time, and I knew him through another one of the players that I was friendly with back in the 90s. I went to a couple of events with them, and he's a really great guy. I mean, he's got a great wife. They're nice people. He's got a great personality. He's a fun guy. I mean, I liked him on as a broadcaster. Can you say that about everyone?
No, I definitely wouldn't say that about everyone. There's a number of them I don't really care for, but I'm not the one making those decisions. I also happen to like I like Mike Milbury. I thought Mike was great, and again, he said something wrong, and he's gone.
Didn't he hit? Wasn't he the one? Wasn't he part of the Bruins climbing into the
Oh
crowd?
yeah, back in the 70s. That's right.
Wasn't he the one though that the guy's shoe came off and he's hitting the guy with the shoe? Probably.
That would be a Milbury move. I mean, back then we had the Broad Street Bullies. We had the Philadelphia Flyers with Bobby Clark, and they were a goon squad, and the Bruins were a goon squad. We had Derek Sanderson, and I can't remember all the players they had, but that was the Bobby Orr days. They just had a great team. I mean, they were tough, and
didn't Philly build their rink intentionally so that it had a closer goal line to the boards? Is that true? So it was more difficult.
It could be.
Is.
And didn't Don Cherry come out of the Boston organization too?
Hey, let's just leave the God alone, okay?
Don Cherry should still be on TV, okay? Everybody likes Don Cherry. Give him a break.
Somebody doesn't, and I like him a lot. I mean, I remember growing up with the videotapes, Don Cherry's whatever fights or whatever, and
Yeah.
he's just on there, and he's he's a total personality, which a lot of people would say a fool, but he cracks me up, and everything that he says is awesome.
Marty Tong says Roenick was crying when the Hawks won their first championship in Philly.
I remember that. Interesting fact, last goal scored at Chicago Stadium was Jeremy Roenick, and the first goal scored at the United Center was Jeremy Roenick.
Yeah. Well, he was
a
great player. I mean, I saw Daze, so we only had a few
Eric.
50-goal scorers, and Roenick was the 50-goal scorer, and then there was Daze. Daze played, so before we had the shutdown, they had an event. The Hawks had like a fantasy camp weekend, and I had the pleasure of skating one of the games there, and Daze was out there. Let me tell you, Daze is one heck of a player. For a guy that had a bad back and problems, that guy can still play. I mean, and he's got to be like 50 years old maybe now? 45?
Yeah, I'm 38, so he's got to be 50.
Yeah, I got to think he's in his 50s. He's in great shape. He can fly. He can stick handle. He's head and shoulders above all the other guys that are at the fantasy camp. And there's a number of players from the Blackhawks, and some of them haven't been gone that long. But he's the best player on the ice by far, in my opinion. And they had some great players out there. So,
okay, he's 46.
Kudos. 46. Okay, well,
July 2nd. Happy birthday to Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric says, bring back Don Cherry. Yes. Let's see. What does it say? By the time the team is a cup contender again, Kane will be 2 or 3 years older. A number 1 overall will potentially be a younger and cheaper Kane, meaning more cap space. Yeah, that's probably very accurate. I don't know who that user is because they didn't click the link. Click the link so that we know who we're talking to.
Our most loyal watchers are Facebook users.
Yeah.
Well, and our number one commenter is Facebook user. That guy is great.
The traffic is on Facebook, okay? If you want traffic, that's where the people are. But it's not always easy to do everything through Facebook. So YouTube is the best place to go back and watch the replays of the show. And we'd love if you would subscribe to us on both. So please hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button, okay? If you enjoy joining us. We have a lot of people that come on weekly with us and spend some time. And, we appreciate all the support. And you guys make the show because, without you guys, it's not much fun for Brad and I to talk. Well, it is, but
it's
more fun at like 2 o'clock in the morning, which is when we usually have our conversations.
I'll call you whenever. Because I know you're up. You're like me.
Yeah. I don't sleep anymore. I'm telling you, I just told Brad, I don't sleep anymore. I used to not get up till 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm up 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep, and that's after not getting to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning. So it's been crazy.
Well, do you want to hit the golf outing real quick?
Yeah, let's hit the golf outing.
Let's hit the golf outing.
Let me tell you, I went and actually played golf over the holiday weekend. I went out. That's the first time I've gone out and played since the last golf outing. And this, I actually had to play my own ball.
Did you swing your club?
I've hit balls once. I split a bucket of balls at the range with somebody, and that's the only time I played. And I played pretty well. I hit the ball well. I think I had 5 pars and a birdie. I broke 90, so I was happy.
Wow.
Only lost 2 balls.
I can't wait to see you.
Considering I haven't been playing. Well, I'm not a big hitter. I'm unlike a lot of our hockey guys that can pound that ball, 400 yards. Well, it's like 200 out and then 200 over. That's 400 yards for those guys. I'm more like 230, but down the middle, So for all you big hitters out there,
what do you do?
Drive for show, you putt for dough. That's how it works. So
hey, one inch on the golf course is the same as 20. Just remember that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
On to the golf outing. We have the golf outing, everybody. $55. It includes the cart. It includes the golf. It includes some gifts for you, and might even include a couple of adult beverages during the course of the afternoon after we finish.
Hopefully
it's a scramble. I think we are well over. What do we have? We already have 70 guys. Is that accurate?
74, sir.
74. We already have 74 golfers. So
Our goal was 60, but we're at 74.
Eric, we told you this last week. He said he'll buy a set of clubs and come out. You probably don't need to buy a set of clubs. I'm sure you can rent them at the course. I'm sure if you call the pro shop in advance, they will be happy to rent you a set of clubs. It'll be a lot cheaper than buying a set of clubs. So save a few bucks. Another helpful tip from the ref room here on how to save a few bucks. And that would be one way to do it. So come on out. We'd love to have you.
What's the other tip that we've given? Siphon gas from cars in a parking lot? I don't remember any tips.
I don't know about you. We might have to siphon gas pretty soon. I don't know about you, but in Chicago, it's over $5 a gallon now. So thank you for that.
That's why I moved all my stock money into foreign oil.
It's over $5 a gallon right down the street from me here. And that's not even the most expensive station. So I'm sure it's even worse. I think it was like $5.09 for premium. So I went next door the other day, couldn't even get regular gas. They were out, no delivery, like they said, shortage. So they had no gas, and they all they had was premium, about $4.60 a gallon. So that was your choice. Take it or leave it.
Well.
Yeah. So join us for the golf outing. Spend a few bucks on gas. Come on out and have a great day with us.
Shotgun. 8 a.m.
Yeah, that is kind of early now. I don't know who came up with this 8 o'clock start time, Jack. Who would have come up with that? I don't know. That's too early. Even for me that doesn't sleep, it's too early.
That's not me.
That's what's called being a dew watcher. For those that like to get out on the golf course and watch the dew, it's dew watcher time. So, all right. So 8 o'clock shotgun start. That means you got to be there at like 7:15, 7:30, so you can get ready, say hello to everybody, and then it'll be a great day.
I'll be there.
I know you will.
I only live an hour away.
I know you will.
So it'll be a good morning. Like, definitely get your coffee out and probably a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on my way in.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anything's going to be open.
Actually, Brett usually watches the show. Brett, if you're watching today, please bring Brad a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
He is not registered to golf yet. I was thinking he was going to be registered to golf.
Wow.
I could see him golfing.
Yeah. He's a good athlete. I can't imagine. Oh, John wants to know which course. Well, doesn't it say right on this thing?
Golf Club.
Bloomingdale Golf Club. So for those of you that can't read, I don't know if it's too small or whatever.
Left.
It is right here. Bloomingdale Golf Club under Mark Gore Memorial Golf Outing. Sponsored by the Ref Room. That's us, right?
I think so.
Brett says he's out of town that weekend. All right, but you can still send peanut butter and jelly for Brad Baumruck. So even if you're not in town.
You know what? There's actually been a couple people that have donated money, by the way. And
really?
Thank you to them. Yeah,
that's
they
awesome.
Just donated money, so we're looking good to donate quite a bit of dough from the group that we have to Puck Cancer, which a big percentage is going to the golf course. Nothing's going to us. We got some gifts and
we have some nice raffle prizes, guys. We have a really cool Yeti cooler and some other great stuff. Brett says he's on that. You could be getting peanut butter and jelly. And Brett's the kind of guy that will probably send peanut and butter and jelly for everybody, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, 100 of them.
Like, he'll have those packages, like, ready to go for every cart. Like, everybody gets a peanut butter and jelly sandwich when they board, just for Brad Baumruck, in honor of Brad Baumruck Day.
God, as much as I love the idea of being nice, that's a disgusting thought. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's see if we can bring up our...
See if Eric's on so he can talk
there
about
the
rule
changes.
There he is.
Live from the stabbing cabin, it's Eric Kousel. Still got his Christmas lights up. You could at least turn them on for us, Eric. Welcome again. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our referee-in-chief, and he's a good sport because he lets us all pick on him. If you have a bad day out there and the parents, I want your name. What's your name? My name is Eric Kousel. Right? He's not even... Does your microphone work, Eric? Can we hear you? Hello?
What's that? Can you hear me?
Oh, there he goes. Okay.
I got earpods in.
Yeah. Well, you sounded like you're a little on delay there. But...
You know what's embarrassing? Scott, I just realized I'm wearing my shirt inside out.
You Brad Baumruck, you can do that. You
I
wear
might as
your
well own
referee
it
jersey
myself.
inside out. If anybody's ever seen Brad in the locker room, okay, the least of his worries is wearing his shirt inside out. But that might be a new trend. New trend for some of the better referees. Level
Hey,
fours,
you know what?
wear your shirt inside out.
Well, what's interesting is the collar is perfectly folded, and it's inside out. But I didn't even touch the collar.
There
I
you
might
go.
as well call my own self out since I just noticed it.
Yeah, very nice. I'm sure
It was
nobody else
a
noticed
late,
it either, apparently. But
late morning wake up for me. So
Yeah.
I just not my day. Not on par. So anyways,
So
let's
Eric-
talk about rule changes.
yeah, Eric has just come back from the meeting, and where was the meeting, Eric? Where did you guys go for that?
Zoom.
Yeah,
You
it would
didn't
normally
even
be
travel
in
to the meeting
Colorado
to go on
Springs.
Zoom, like you didn't go to somebody's house to watch it on Zoom together so you could vote or whatever.
No, normally that's in Colorado Springs, but they held it by Zoom this year. So
Yeah. Okay. And that's how we're going to be doing seminars now, right? Because we are open for business. You guys can register as of today. Is that correct?
as of yesterday,
As of yesterday. That's what I said.
See?
exactly. So USA has been open since June 1. IHOA opened yesterday, so all the dates are posted. We start on July 27th.
Game on, baby. Game on. So
Game on.
all you guys
on
that
out.
decided to sit a year out, time to get back in the saddle.
Yep.
And me and Scott will put together something now that everything is open.
Yep. We'll figure out a way to show the
Yeah, we
world
can-
how to
can do
register
that.
for USA Hockey.
I trust you with deleting my personal information.
Well, don't
And we
trust
have,
me.
the whole schedule is posted on IHOA.com. So
And
out.
seminars
Except
are virtual with the exception of level 1. Is that correct?
all levels are virtual. However, we do have ice sessions for level 1 setup.
Okay, so that's a clarification there. So all the seminars are virtual, with the exception of
Yep.
on ice. And there's no skating for level 4 this year. Is that correct, Eric?
That is correct. No skating for level
No
4s.
skating test. So yeah. So and
I can pass
That's happy.
again.
and we'll still have some of the veteran seminars that are a little bit shorter and quicker for the guys to take. Correct?
We
For the
didn't set
level
up.
3s and 4s, or
We didn't send any of those up because we cut down the seminars last year.
Right.
okay.
We skimmed the time off. I just had a meeting about one that's going to be a level 1, and our level 1s are split into 2 parts. Well, this one we're going to have it where it's a 6-hour sitting, and they were kind of like, well, it's 6 hours. And
6
I'm like,
hours
yeah,
on
well,
Zoom. That's like
Yep.
going to school for the day.
Yeah, well, that's the way we're going to roll with it. So, it's for a membership that is partnering with IHOA, so it should be a good deal.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
Very cool. All right, so we've got a lot of new rules. How much involvement did you have in some of these changes? And you want to talk about some of that stuff today so people know what the process is or was and what they can look forward to for the next 4 years, Eric?
Yeah. Me personally, I don't really have any involvement with what gets voted on. That's done by the district RICs and the different committees within USA. I just have the ability to listen in and hear the discussion behind and the thought process behind some of the things that get passed, and listening into a couple of the meetings that there was a lot of debate, and it was a really close vote on the icing and offside rule. But no, I really don't have any input.
See, that just blows my mind. I'm sorry. I mean, you are the referee in chief representing normally almost 1,500 officials. Is that correct in the Chicagoland area?
Pretty close.
Even right now, we're what, 750, 800 officials that you represent, and you don't get a vote. That just blows my mind. How big, in terms of perspective here with across the country, IHOA, are we the number 2, 3, fourth largest organization in the country? I mean, how did break that down for us a little bit so we
Goes
can
New
understand?
York, Michigan, doesn't it? New York, Michigan.
I believe we're number 2, Massachusetts or New York. One of those two is number 1, and then we're number 2. But there's a structure in place, and there's a lot of people above me, and those are the people that have input and votes into rule changes.
So it's really just the organization. So basically, even though AHI is the second largest hockey organization in the country, they get the same size vote as a small town organization that may have 100 members in it. How many members does AHI have in hockey, roughly?
Geez.
That's a great question. I actually
Thousands
and
and thousands.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
It's
we
gotta
only
be.
get one vote, the same as a small community. I just find that very interesting. I mean, just didn't know it. Didn't know that.
Each affiliate has one place on the board and one vote.
Yep.
But there was a lot of debate around the icing and offsides. And I know both of those votes were really, really close, within 2 or 3,
Yeah, I'm sure.
going one way or the other. But
Well, I'm going to ask you your personal opinion on this because, I don't mind. We can do, we saw the younger teams have been doing this for, 4 years or 8 years now? They've had the no
Every
tag up
rule
off.
change is 4 years, Scott.
So it was changed 4 years ago, or was it changed 8 years ago? It was changed 4 years ago. Okay.
4
So-
years ago.
They adjust. I get that. And I get it from the standpoint of, a Central States team, a AAA team. But you and I skated a House League championship game. How many icings and offsides did we have? That game took almost an hour and a half with 11 or 12-minute periods that were going on that day?
yeah,
Now, the reason behind that is player development. Can these leagues, could they decide if they're a house league team to follow a different set of rules with regard to that? If they wanted to.
No.
They can't.
No.
So they're forced. So you are going to have, it's going to be interesting to watch. We're going to have to see if those players will be able to change and improve with that, because I get it at the higher level. I totally understand. And they will adjust and adapt. No problem. But when they're at that learning level, it might be a little bit tougher.
Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. They can only make the rules more strict, correct? In USA Hockey, they can't back off.
correct.
So let's say USA Hockey said icing is this or that. They could make it more strict. They could say, well, icing is just beyond the nearest and far end blue line, whatever. They could do that instead of it being center line. But they can't say, oh, well, we're going to have, the men's league icing, which is kind of interesting that you get away with it. But, which is that far blue line. But you can make it more strict. You can't back it off. So
Correct. You can add on, you cannot retract. And one of the rule clarifications that we got yesterday was around, how there's different penalty times based on period lengths. So the clarification that we got is that U14 and up does not.
got it.
They're not required to follow that. U13 and below, they are.
And what are the penalty times going to be?
Oh boy.
Well, so depending on what the period length is, you can bring a minor down to 1:30.
Right.
Similar to
it
what
was
we've
a
had
minute.
in prior years.
So
Thought it
what do
was
you
a
think
minute
we're going
below
to, is the
14.
misconduct penalty coming down as well? Is it going to be 10 minutes, or is it going to go down to 8? Are you going to get a minute and a half and 8?
Yeah, you'd probably get if you had worked some of the house leagues in prior years, it would be 1:30 and 8. And a major is 4 minutes.
And what do you think? Well, your lips are moving, but nothing is coming out. I don't know if your internet connection is not
I heard
quite
him.
keeping up. I
No,
can't
I know
hear
there's
anything.
there's a
hear him.
lag there.
Yeah. So is there a difference with like Central States or AAA? Are they going to play minute and a half and 8 minutes for penalties?
So if you're playing U12 Central States, they have the ability to petition AHI for an exemption to this rule. And if they're granted that, then they do not have to follow it.
Yeah, so they're still leaving it up to the affiliate ultimately. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
That's okay.
What do
I
you
don't
think
mind any of that.
people will do? I mean, do you think they're going to want to stay at 2 minutes for a penalty, or do you think they'd like to see it reduced? What about high schools?
High school's
I
going to
think
play
they're-
2 minutes.
I think they're going to stay the same.
Well,
What,
high
what we
school's not-
didn't
Oh, good.
No, what we didn't want to see happen was have leagues bump up their game time or period length to avoid this and ultimately extend the length of a game and the ice slot.
Yep. That makes sense. A lot of the teams have already, I mean, over the last couple of years have extended their game times. I mean, it used to be, you got a JV, it was 14 minutes. Some of them are now playing 16. Some of them have overtime. So
Yeah.
they're getting longer.
I think when I played high school hockey, I think it was 13-minute periods for JV, and I think varsity was 14.
Could be. Yeah.
That-
Now
that's,
varsity's what? Anywhere from
a long
15
time
to
ago.
17. Do any of them play more than 17?
AAA does in some cases.
Well,
to get
AAA,
ready
yeah.
for nationals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very interesting. So what else did you take away from the Zoom meeting with regard to USA Hockey? And you know, something that you were telling us before, Eric, is they actually have, it's like a package that you vote on. It's not an individual rule in some cases. I think that's how you explained it. It's like there's a category and there may be one rule buried amongst 8 rules, and it's a package that you're voting on instead of each individual change. Is that right in the way I'm explaining that?
Yeah, so what they do is take, the 10 or 12 rules, for example, that just had language changes. What they do is they bundle those together and vote on like a slate, per se. And then as they work through the different committees, some people will ask that this rule, for example, the icing or the offsides, be pulled aside for separate discussion. And then those are brought up on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah,
But if
you know
there's-
what? How heated was it this year? Because when I was there a couple of years ago, there was, I forget, they weren't even, they were talking about the checking standard, and people were like, "No, you can't write it that way. No, we're going to write it this way." No, like it was very interesting going back and forth, and then
Yep.
finally somebody was like, "Hey, we're not going anywhere here. Read it again, both of you. We'll talk about it afterwards." That's kind of how it worked. It was very interesting, and to see people. Well, you can explain it, Council. You were just there, even though it was Zoom. I think it was better in person.
Oh, it's absolutely better in person, but it's no different on Zoom. It was the exact same thing. People are, splitting hairs and, really got, passionate about their point of view on different things. And it's, it's really good to hear. And yeah, I mean, they, just the smallest little things are brought up.
Well, I think one of the things that we miss out on is because we're not at those meetings and stuff like that. If you haven't, you don't get the pleasure of going. A lot of people think that they just kind of do this on a whim. They're like, "Oh, let's change this and that." No, there's a lot of debate and a lot of stuff that goes into it. And there are some people that when they walk away from it too, they are physically upset with each other, which is kind of interesting. But I think that's just because, we all love this sport and all love this game. So I don't see that ever changing. But, I for anybody out there, Eric, you've witnessed it more than once. It's definitely something that doesn't go lightly to anybody, and unless I'm getting that wrong. But I think the one thing is that they can change the rules now. When I first started refereeing about 1 million years ago, when I wasn't wearing my shirt inside out, which my wife texted me and she said, I thought you did that on purpose. So apparently she knows my personality a little bit better than I do. But when I first started, if we had a rule that was there for 2 years, they couldn't change it. Like, it was there. That was it. Like, that was the done and final thing. But when they changed it to 4-year rule changes, they were able to addend them as they go along. So, like the president's initiative that we have of the match penalties for derogatory and hateful speech. Like, I don't know if that would have been able to be a thing 20 years ago. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but kids going to a hockey rink, not so much adults, sorry to tell you, but they should just go and have fun, have a good time. They shouldn't have to deal with any of that. That's my personal point, but I don't know.
No,
everybody could think I'm nuts.
No, I like the every 4 years. The hard part is consistency, because you're changing major things every couple of years, and now we all have to readapt to things. And I think it was last week or the week before, Brett had put a comment on the show that the new casebook is out, so I've been going through that and just trying to compare the old casebook to the new casebook, and I've noticed 601 is a little bit lengthier than it has been in the past. So,
is that because of the derogatory comments?
Yeah, they've added a handful of points and notes, which for those of us, the notes seem to appear on certain exams that we have to take.
Yep. Yep. They always do.
Well, was there any discussion with regard to intentional offsides? Because now we're going to have all these offsides calls coming. No more delayed offsides. There'll be a bigger emphasis on whether it's intentional versus not intentional. Want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, I don't think that's really changed. What's changed is just, the immediate offsides, but I would just say, don't open that door as far as intentional goes unless it's that obvious.
Well, the one thing about intentional offsides is you're normally trying to gain a line change. You're trying to get that puck to stop there for whatever the main reason is.
Right.
Like, intentional offsides should only happen maybe once in a game. Hun, when you walk, you don't have to walk with your toes up in the air. Like, apparently my kids are getting home from school. This is the best. Thank you, babe. I just saw a person go flying by my screen, so I apologize. But no, I know Brett over there is very passionate. He already got himself a new rule book.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a full 8.5.
Delivered by FedEx, man. 8.5 by 11.
No,
bound.
he went to Kinko's.
Yep. So, if you haven't done this, guys, and you want to do it right, you can have the rule book. You can get the PDF, send it over, have it printed out, have a hardcover put on it, or in the spiral bound, the whole 9 yards. And it's a nice way of doing it. I'm guessing, I don't know if Brett is on here and wants to share the cost of that, but I got to think that's probably about $40-$50 to print, I would think. Am I close on that?
I have no clue. Printing is
either
so
that
expensive now.
Or update the mobile rulebook app on your phone.
Yeah, you could do that too.
You know what? Actually, is that live now? Because I tried to do that the other day and it kept giving me the old one.
Yeah,
I believe it was live
last week.
Look at that. Was I good or what?
$59.
Brett says $59, and that's delivered by Federal Express, I believe. So I don't know if that's free delivery. Do you get free delivery, free shipping with that if you have them print that out? I bet you do because it's Kinko's.
He picked it up.
Yeah.
You ever seen that Chappelle show where they have the copy store?
And no, I haven't. But Eric also, here's the link. He included it for you guys if you want. Here's the link to the new rule book and case book. So
let me see if it works. It does work.
It does work, and anybody can grab that. And if you're a
USA
hockey fan, you're a coach, and you want to see what the rules are and the changes, you can go ahead and click that link.
Yep. Yeah,
It's
USA
free.
has the they have a link for just the summary of what got changed, and then the entire new rule book and case book.
Nice. He said,
Yep.
let's see. Brett says he picked it up at FedEx office.
Told you he had
It
to
was
pick
done
it
in
up.
an hour. So they put it in the box. When you had it and it came out of the box, I thought they had packaged it and sent it to you because maybe you just sent the file over, told them what you want, and they delivered it back to you. I'm sure they would do that too. But
I don't know about that.
I bet they would.
I know when they delivered the whistles to my house, the guy didn't want to take them off the truck. So he rang the doorbell, and I literally came downstairs and got to the door, and he was in the truck and driving away. Like, I didn't even have, like, a 30-second gap. Well, Now, mind you, I had to go pick them up at the local FedEx store. And when I picked them up,
bummer.
the boxes were so big and so heavy. I was like, this is ridiculous. Eric, we just moved one of those. The box is heavy, isn't it?
How
I
many
was
whistles
quite
come in the
shocked.
box is the question.
500.
500 whistles. And that weighs how much?
A lot.
Two
Which, mind you,
people
So for
work
all you
to move
guys,
it.
don't put 500 whistles in your bag or your bag will weigh a lot more.
well, the best was they got held up in customs because they come from Acme whistles come from England. So
Why
they got
didn't you
held
get
up
the
in
plastic whistles that we're all using? They would be lighter weight and easier to
We
clean.
bought these 2 years ago, technically.
So
But when they got there, they were held up in customs because of the cork pee that was inside, and it wasn't listed on the thing. So, like, I get a call from the customs bonding warehouse or whatever.
Nice.
They're inspecting them. What's in here? And I'm like, they're whistles for referees. They're like, well, we see a non-metallic piece inside it. I'm like, uh-huh. They're like, can we
Unbelievable.
open them? I'm like, go ahead and open it. I don't care. Like, just give me these
that-
things.
if you've ever flown, like if you go to Vegas for a hockey tournament or somewhere and you take pucks and
Oh,
put
they
them in
always
your
take
bag,
your bag out.
your bag is not going to be delivered that day. You're going to get it delivered to the hotel because it gets flagged every time for like hockey pucks. From some reason they don't know what they are and they can't figure out what's inside of them. Rubber. It's rubber, people.
Well,
But-
when you check your bag, you can mark it as a sports bag, right?
Well, there's hockey sticks in the bag and pucks. So what do you think would
How do
be
you
in
fit
there?
hockey sticks in your player bag?
No, not in your player bag. You get a stick bag. You got to carry a stick bag. So, that's how you got to travel.
Who owns a stick bag? Just tape the two sticks together. And
Everybody
put 'em
that
on the
goes
plate.
to the Vegas, that's how they did it. What can I tell you? I hate stick bags. I think they look stupid as can be. But where else are you going to stuff the pucks? And, it used to be that they would charge you, that was a second bag, even if you flew on the friendly airline that lets you have 2 bags for free. That was your second bag. Then they
That's my Garmin
figured out
bag.
that the sticks go with the bag. They finally backed off on that, and it just became one bag.
All right, I'll give you a tip. When you fly, take 2 book bags with yourself, all right? One is your computer bag, the other one is your carry-on. And then take a garment bag. You can shove all your clothes in the garment bag. No fee. Just walk it right onto the plane. That's how I fly. I don't pack anything. I don't check baggage. I don't have to find it.
You also don't wear your shirt the right way either, so.
Hey, I fly the right way. Okay? So leave me alone. I can't believe I put this on inside out. I can't believe my wife was like, I thought you were doing it intentionally. Oh.
Nice. So what else you got from the big Zoom meeting, Eric? What else can we look forward to this year with hockey?
No, that was about it.
Are we going back to 3 and 4 man?
Depending on the numbers, I'm hoping we
that's
do.
the biggest thing.
Well, I put a suggestion out on the show last week. I don't know if you saw it or not, but I think you should tell the teams if you want to have 3 and 4, you got to do them Monday through Thursday. We got plenty of guys that want to work Monday through Thursday nights. More games for us. And, then you don't get it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Not Wednesday.
No,
After this show, I'm just wiped.
No, I can tell you that that's a conversation that has been in the works for the last couple of years for that very reason.
That's locally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works everywhere else, unfortunately.
Well, with gas prices, guys are going to want to be doing, doubles or triples. They're not going to be wanting to go to a single game right now with the, at $5 plus for a gallon of gas. It's going to be tough. You got to be able to get these guys out.
I can't believe it's that much by you. I mean, I do.
It's
but
over $5 a gallon. I mean, I'm looking at the station down 2 blocks from my house. It's $5.09.
He lives in that county that has some, people in it. They have a nickname for it. Instead of Cook County, they call it something else.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Crook County? Is that what you were getting at?
I'm trying not to get arrested here.
Why would you get arrested? You got your shirt on inside out already. They're going to think you're special needs, so don't worry about it.
I pointed it out myself. Okay. I'm good.
Well, we didn't catch it. I'll be honest. I didn't notice it. So.
Well, what's interesting is I was looking for my sunglasses.
Well, it's funny you just said that because I would say if you look back at the shows when we first started and Brad put the sunglasses on with the hat, he looked like a sports gambler or something like that. I don't know what you were going for that week, but
that's next week. It's either next week or the week after. I think it was week 2 or 3.
Go back and look at the shows. Watch the replays on YouTube, everybody. You'll see Brad like that.
Don't watch the first one.
Karen says it's only 309 in Aurora. That might be 309 in Aurora. How come that comment won't go up?
I'm in Will
309
County
in Aurora, but that's regular. That's regular. Premium, I bet, is 409 or better in Aurora. It's probably like 430 or 440.
Now we have to talk about why Scott has to put premium in his car. Just let the engine knock, Scott. It's okay. It'll be fine for you.
Some cars, they require premium. That's a debate. I know. The car could run fine, but down the road, it may cost you a lot more money fixing the engine because you didn't do what you're supposed to. So you got to put the premium in. I don't put it in all my vehicles. But, I got diesel. Diesel's getting expensive. It's getting up there. Everything's expensive.
Yep.
Man. Prices going through the roof.
Luckily, this show has been cheap lately.
Cheap, yes. But if we haven't raised the price of coffee on this show, if you guys want to buy us a coffee, we'd love some caffeine. The price has not gone up, so it stays steady at $4. So
all right. So predictions tonight in the game. Which game?
Who do you like, Eric?
I got a bad feeling. I think the Bolts are going to win it.
Yeah, I think it's going to get extended.
I think I would agree with that.
I think the Bolts are going to win.
You think so?
Yeah. We can have a friendly wager, which, by the way, I'd like to point out I have a friendly Cubs Sox wager with somebody, and it was looking pretty bad because I gave them 13 games. So, the Sox have to win 13 more games for me to be in contention. They're 8 games ahead of the Cubs now.
Well, I think they were saying yesterday that might have been Jake Arrieta's last start as a Chicago Cub.
Yeah, you can't put any sticky stuff on the ball anymore. So we
frowned
got
upon.
A couple pitchers that are they're checking them a lot. I don't know how much baseball you watch, but
I don't watch.
All right, well, amazingly, did you realize that an hour is already up?
I know. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah.
I'm always
with that being said, anything you want to say before we go here, Eric? Anything you want to let us know about?
Learn how to wear your shirt the right way.
Learn how to wear your shirt the right way. But just a quick shout out to Oz, and it was a good turnout. I know it was tough because the time they had it was tough for people who have to work and not have the ability to get out. Right, but it was. I made it over there for a couple hours, and it was really nice to see. It was really heartfelt to see all the people that turned out for him. So,
well, hey, the interesting part about that is for all the guys in Illinois that watch, we did make Oz stickers, helmet decals. They're going to be ready to go. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think of it. I'm glad you brought it up. They're going to be ready to go, I believe, this week.
At the golf outing, aren't you going to have them there?
Yeah, they're going to be at the golf outing. Mr. Salenzi got them printed for us. Rob Dawson did the artwork for it.
Is that
So
Dawes?
it's nice.
Dawes.
We don't know.
Dawes
we don't know
Dawes?
who Dawes. I don't know who Dawes is.
Oh, okay.
That's some troll that
Okay.
goes on to ABC News, Fox 32. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, the helmet decals are going to be ready. But I think I think we discussed they're going to be $5. So that covers shipping to you or whatever. But the $5 then is going to be discussed amongst a couple of us that put this together for Oz, and then we're going to donate it somewhere. Probably motorcycle awareness, something like that. So it'll go to a good place.
Good.
And if people didn't know Oz, you missed out on a guy that really you missed out. That's all I can say. It's hard to talk about.
All right. Well,
I like Oz a lot.
yeah. What else you got, Eric?
That's all I got.
Brad, any closing thoughts?
Nothing. I see Eric, though, thinks that he'd like to see the Lightning win, but he thinks Montreal might extend it. He also lives
I
really
think they're
far
gonna-
north compared to all of us.
I
That's
think they're going to
probably why.
squeak one out, and
I
extend
think
it.
they'll get one more game here.
Well, they
I
already
think-
they squeaked the one out. If you watch the mayor the day before down in Tampa, they wanted Tampa to lose a game so that they could win at home. It'd be great for the city. I don't know if anybody else saw that. I thought that was interesting, though.
Well,
I
I
highly
think
doubt
in
that's
professional
what happened.
sports, you win when you can win. Okay, that's the bottom
Oh,
line.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't wait another day for what you can do today. So that's just the smart way. Otherwise, you could be facing elimination 2 games down the road.
But,
All right, guys.
Nope, the last thing I got is we're open. Sign up.
Open
Need
for
you guys.
business, everybody.
Please.
IHOA, USA
Need
Hockey.
everybody.
Get
Yep.
registered. All
Let's
right,
do
you
it.
want to tell them where to go to register, Eric? Tell them the procedure real quick. Do they go to USA Hockey first and then IHOA?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
go to USA Hockey, and you have to find your seminar on their site, and then go to IHOA.com, sign up, and pick the same seminar.
And that's very important, guys. Make sure you sign up
I know
consistently for your level that you are eligible for, because if you do it wrong, there's a problem, right, Eric?
Yeah, I know it's kind of
Yeah,
goofy.
you go back to a level
prior,
one.
Yeah, in prior years, we haven't had to, go to 2 different sites and pick a seminar. COVID has kind of posed that problem on us. But, that's where we are now. So, if you're having any struggles, issues, or concerns about how to do it, call me, call Brad, call somebody on the board. We'll walk you through how to do it.
Yeah,
And we're going to try to do
currently
something
gonna
on one
have
of the
to-
shows to walk everybody through
Yeah.
the process as well. So,
Yeah, I think
that will be
I think a
coming.
good idea would be, if we could just get some screenshots and, throw it in a couple of 3-4 slides, and hey,
how's
here's
your PowerPoint skills? Are you good at that? Death by PowerPoint? Because if you make that and you want to send it over, we'll present it.
I'm actually good at
I
it.
can do that.
I can do that.
Okay. All right. We're going to hold you to that. There you have it,
All right,
everybody. It's on
let's,
tape. The referee in chief is going to put together the PowerPoint presentation and send it to
It's
us.
It's on tape?
Well, it's on hard drive
this, 19
somewhere. It's on
1985?
a hard drive farm somewhere that YouTube exists. Okay.
It's on a cloud?
It's on a cloud. It's in the cloud,
There
baby.
you go.
It's on a
Yep.
disc.
All right.
It's on a disc somewhere.
So let's do it. No, I think that's a really good idea. Because, in prior years, it's just all you had to do was, as far as seminars go, is IHOA.com, pick your seminar, boom, you're done. But, now we're in a little bit different environment. So I think it'd be good to, maybe just walk some people through step by step of,
Yep.
Here's on USA, here's how you search for Illinois seminars.
And
Yeah,
did they?
that's actually a good point, because when I did it the first time, it was this and that, and there's like some buttons that you can click, and it's kind of interesting how it works. And I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
what they have
curious.
going this year, but
I'm curious as to, did they discuss the closed book test this year, how that's going to be conducted? Do we know what the process is there? Is it timed, or do we have like 2 hours to get it done like we did last year? What are we
So
looking at?
good question. The closed book for levels 2, 3, and 4 are online, just like it was last year. However, you have 7 days, but now you have 90 minutes.
Oh, so you have 90 minutes to take the test.
You have 90 minutes.
I won't lie.
That's-
won't lie. I really didn't need the 2 hours, but I'm telling you that countdown. Can we close that countdown window?
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking.
I didn't like it. I was like, this sucks. Like, I watched that thing more than I was taking my test.
Yeah.
So they did reduce it from 120 minutes to 90. So now you have an hour and a half. You have 7 days, but once you first go in, you have 90 minutes.
Wow.
Gotcha.
That's well,
Well,
that's gonna be tough because if you have an internet problem, you have a distraction. The doorbell rings. FedEx shows up, needs a signature. UPS shows up,
order
needs a
anything.
signature. Pizza delivery guy shows up, wants a tip. I mean, that could.
Order
It's
your
cutting it
pizza before you start it, Scott.
Okay. All right.
But
Guys, thank you all very much
right.
for joining us. Thanks for checking us out. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm so more people can actually see the show. So please hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Very important. If you want, you can buy us a coffee at some point. It's buymeacoffee.com/refroom. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for all your support all year long. We will hold
Thank you,
to
guys.
the PowerPoint, the Death by PowerPoint presentation that you will put together for us. That'd be awesome.
let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
do it.
And we will see
Thanks, boys.
everybody next Wednesday right here at noon for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with Brad Baumruck on the Ref Room. Take care, guys. Should we play some music on the way out here?
I think
guess
we
we
should.
Why not?
Yeah, let's play some music on the way out. There we go.
I like this one.
Got a little groove to it. All right. For all you referees, grab some games. We will see you next Wednesday at noon right here. I'm Scott Smokin Silz with Brad Baumruck and our special guest, referee in chief, Eric Kousel.